people selling their souls. I'm talking about all of it.
So first, let's talk about me selling my soul, because I want to make this very clear. I keep saying this, and I want people to know at home how this works. I was offered to sell my soul. So let me explain to everyone at home exactly how this works. You don't become the most Googled man on earth without them trying to control what you say. The reason all these stupid superstars say the same garbage and don't speak out against injustice and didn't speak out against COVID and don't tell the truth about anything and don't have any interesting opinions that could actually save people from slavery is because they've sold their souls. And typically you have to sell your souls to become famous. You sell your soul on the ascent, and they won't allow you to become famous unless you do that. Yeah. I broke the matrix. So once I was already famous, they wanted to control what I said. And it's very simple how it works. They come to you with a sponsorship contract for a large company. And that large company will offer you, let's say hypothetically, let's imagine there's a guy called Top G, and imagine they will offer him 50 million. And they will say, you will take 50 million, but to make sure the brand is represented well, you're gonna wear certain clothes, you're gonna dress a certain way, and you're gonna have certain opinions. You're not gonna talk about this, you're not gonna talk about that, you're not gonna talk about this. If you're asked about Israel-Palestine, you're on this team. And if you're asked about transgenders, you're on this team. If you're asked about things, you change your opinion, and you have to have all these opinions to represent the brand under the brand integrity guidelines. And the good thing about this sponsorship contract is, us as a brand, we spend huge amounts of money advertising in these particular media outlets, which means the media will talk good about you. They'll stop lying about you. They'll stop telling the world you're bad. They'll protect you because they can't insult you because we pay for them via advertising. So what they're basically saying is, we'll get the media to stop talking bad about you. We'll give you a bunch of money, and you'll say what we want you to say, and you become a puppet and a mouthpiece for the Matrix.
So they didn't say this directly, did they?
They told me I would have a sponsorship contract. They told me I would have certain opinions to protect the brand integrity guidelines. They told me that I would have favorable reviews, favorable outcome from the media because they sponsor the media outlets. So that's what they say. And they offer you the contract, and you can say yes or no.
So how do you know that that was a form of selling your soul, as opposed to that just being a sponsorship deal, big money? Obviously, they want to protect their brand. So when I say sell your soul, I'm talking about literally selling it to the devil.
Oh, okay. Literally just sitting here in front of millions of people and telling everyone it's okay to be transgender. Isn't that selling my soul? Whether I do it for a company or for the devil?
No, it is, yeah, it is.
It's selling my soul. And they tried to get me to sell my soul. When I said no is when I started saying on podcasts, I'm going to go to jail. And guess what happened?
So this was a while ago then?
Yeah, it was a while ago, yeah. Because the only way they got away with the insanity of putting me in jail for no reason was after they spun up the media machine to convince people I'm a bad person first. If everyone didn't think I was a bad person, you can't just throw me in jail because everyone would riot and be like, what is this garbage? So they have to use the media machine to lie to you. So once the media machine started kicking into gear, once I declined their offer, I knew what was going to come. I knew it. So that's how selling your soul works. And I want everyone at home to also understand, 99% of them have sold their soul. And you need to sit as a human at home and say, am I going to idolize someone? Am I going to support someone? Am I going to respect someone who has sold their soul to the devil, who will tell my children bad ideas, who will ruin my family because I like their music? I mean, they don't care about you. Do you care about them? Please understand, all of the artists you listen to, all those people on Spotify, all those actors you like, all those sports stars, all those Instagram influencers, all those garbage people you follow have sold their souls. All of them. All. And they have done it for their own personal gain, so they can make millions, and they don't care how they damage society by extension. And you are society, so they have decided to damage you to benefit them. Why are you following them? Why are you going to their football games? Why are you watching their music videos? Why are you going to their concerts? Why are you supporting the people who have sold you out? Because they all have. I want to make this, I'm saying this now. I'm the only one they're putting in jail. I'm the only one they're putting in jail. They've all sold you out. If I would have taken that contract, I would have never gone to jail. I would never be labeled a human trafficker. I would never have the bad press. I'd have 50 million extra pounds. I would not have lost 25 million in legal fees so far. My life would be objectively better. My children would be safer. My women wouldn't have their houses raided. All of that, if only I had taken the money. But I didn't.
Do you think once someone sells their soul, they can't get it back?
Absolutely. Once you, I mean, maybe perhaps you can try and reverse the bad you did, perhaps. But the scary thing about all of this is, Once you sell your soul, that's only the beginning. So let's say I said yes. Then I would be invited to a party, which I'd have to go to, part of my contract.
Are you talking about a party on like a private island sort of thing?
Perhaps. Or a party where something happens. And I was there at the time. And there's footage of me there at the time. Something happened and I had to go as part of my contract. And then I'm not told not to tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. I don't tell anyone because I'm not supposed to and I don't want to get in trouble. But now I have a secret I'm harboring and they know I have it. They're holding it against me and they can blackmail me. And then I get invited to go somewhere else. Do you understand? That's the beginning of it. That's the beginning, my friend. And then you're so far down the rabbit hole that you know the truth. And now, even if you want to tell the truth, how do you redeem yourself? They'll kill you.
That's what I'm saying.
They'll kill you.
When I look at it in the likes of that.
Anyone who's brave enough to face execution to tell the truth is the kind of person who would have been brave enough to say no at the beginning. Like me. I'm the kind of person who would tell the truth and get killed. But I'm also the kind of person who would never get there. That's the point. Anyone who ends up there is a fucking coward. And you're sitting at home, jerking off to the Super Bowl's halftime show, like a dummy, and going to concerts when they're in town. Yeah, they're supporting the people who have sold you out, like a fool. Because they all have. They all have. Because if the celebrities with massive voices told the truth, which they know to be true, about economics, about finance, they'd all be fucked. Yeah. They'd all be fucked. How do they get away with doing what they get away with? How am I a human trafficker and these rappers get to run around with endless ratchet chicks and nothing happens? Explain that.
It's interesting because I was speaking to someone who knows someone who's actually sold their soul, right? And this person was saying people sell their souls for different reasons, or they have sold their souls for different agendas. For example, you might have this group of rappers constantly talking about sex and drugs. Yeah. And you might have this other person constantly pushing the whole, agendas of society and all this. They literally just target people. Okay, what can we do with this person? What can we do with this person? What can we do with this person?
Well, yeah, they'll go to a rap group and they'll say, we think that your songs about sex and drugs sell the most. So here's your record contract, but you need to sing about sex and drugs.
Yeah, literally.
Done.
Yeah.
Done. Just like they'll go to these streamers and say, you have to gamble on stream for kids to watch. Here's your money. And there's a bunch of different ways they do it to degrade society. The reason they hate me is the same reason they hate Trump. Because no one owns us. And we have our own money. And they can't buy us. And they're trying, and we say no. And it makes them mad. Because they just use money and buy everybody. Because everyone's a selfish idiot with no morality who wants cash. I say I have enough money. You could offer me $1 billion right now to say something I don't want to say. And I'd say no. And they are flabbergasted by that. And it angers them to their core because that's the one tool they've used their entire life to manipulate not only people, the world. They use money to influence the world. We give money to the newspaper to print that COVID is dangerous so that people will buy stock in the pharmaceutical company that we own because they have to have the vaccine. They control everything with money. So when they say, here, do this, and you say no, they're like, what the fuck? No. Woo. Prosecutor. Get him. Human trafficker. Human trafficker, you just had an orgy at Davos. You just had a fucking orgy. Yeah. And then PC Plod, police officer, I'm a good guy. We're dummies. Bro, it's crazy, but I have a dream. And my dream is that people wake up and realize all these celebrities hate me. Why do I follow any of them? Why do I talk to any of them? Why do I absorb any of their content? Why do I negotiate with any of them? Because they hate you. And you need to at least have enough self-respect to say, well, if they hate me, I'm just not going to support them. You know?
There is one point there that you said that I will not say I'll disagree with, but I want to counter it, yeah? Sure. So you said, Trump is free as well. And for the same reason why they don't like you is why they don't like him. I'd argue one thing there.
Yep.
He was once a president. Yep. I'm under the belief, and once again it's a conspiracy, that at the cost of you being president is also a sales transaction. Okay. So I would say that Trump did sell his soul. Or what do you think?
I would argue that, and I'll tell you what I think happened. Trump was like me. I got famous and I wasn't supposed to. All the traditional blocks that prevent you from getting famous, I bypassed. You need to have a sponsorship contract. You need to have a contract that allows them to put you in movies. You need to have a contract that allows them to play your song on the radio. You need to get interviews with mainstream media where they ask you nice questions. You need to do all this garbage to get famous. I bypassed that, and I can prove it because I got famous via social media. So famous, in fact, that, as you correctly said earlier, TikTok has invented brand new algorithms and built brand new detection software to make sure that nobody can do it again. I was a black swan event, and they said, oh, this person got famous and jumped over all our fences, and now he's telling the truth. So we need taller fences. So now, anytime we decide to ban someone, we can ban their voice, we can ban people talking about them, we can ban a picture of them, we can ban any videos of them, we can ban a cartoon that looks like him, and then we'll ban the account with AI. People spent a year building brand new AI technology because of me, because of me, to make sure that nobody can do it again. They don't want anyone to do it ever again. Trump was the same. Nobody expected him to win. He wasn't supposed to win. The day before the election, they said that Hillary Clinton had a 99% chance to win. And they thought, well, we'll use the mainstream media machine. And we'll tell everyone at home that Trump doesn't stand a chance. Don't waste your vote. And that Hillary's going to win. First woman president. She's the best. She's great. And we're going to just psyop everyone. And then Trump won. And they're like, oh, we need higher fences. So next election, let's rig it.
And that's what's happened, basically.
And they rigged it. And then Biden won. Who voted for Joe Biden? No one. Going to jail, but it's true. So they just thought, higher fences, let's just rig it. He didn't sell his soul. He came into power. And once he was in power, they used a media machine, which is what they do, using money, to convince the world he was racist, start riots, Black Lives Matter, burn everything down. He works for Russia, garbage, he's a bad person, accuse him of rape, accuse him of all the things they've accused me of, attack him, his presidency's up, rig the election, fuck him off. He just lost in court last week. He owes that woman $90 million. A woman said, Trump raped me. I don't remember when, I don't remember where. The same woman has written a book about how rape is sexy. He said, that bitch is crazy. They found him innocent of the rape and found him guilty of defamation for calling her crazy. And he must pay her $90 million. Matrix attack, the law, the judge, the law, fair, the law. $90 million. Make that make sense to me.
That makes no sense at all.
This is my exact point. You upset the Matrix, they come for you. Lawfare. So he was a black swan event like me. They tried to buy him, he wouldn't sell. Now they're going to try and destroy him. Now they're trying to take all his money off him and do anything it takes to stop him being president again. I don't know what fences they've raised. I don't know what they've got planned. But if they think they're going to run old Joe Biden against Trump and he's going to win fair and square, he must be out of your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Something's going on. And they've got plans against me. So they've made new AI fences so no one gets famous again without signing that contract. Because what should have happened to me is when I was at 20% of my influence, I was offered that contract. And then, if I get bigger, I'm saying the right things. And then, I also need the money. When I'm smaller, 50 mil was big money to me then.
Yeah.
Now 50 mil is like, what, a month's money? Who cares? I don't care. I don't want it. So that's the whole point. So Trump wasn't a sellout. Let me give you a very simple rule to the world. Anyone they tell you about is a bad guy is a good guy. And anyone they tell you is a good guy
is a sellout.
Is a sellout and a bad guy. You can't go wrong if you go through the world that way. They're saying he's the good one. He's not. They're saying he's the bad one. He's the good one. And I guarantee 9 times out of fucking 10, you're going to be correct. That's how messed up this world is. It's genuinely inverse.
It's fucked up, bud.
It's inverse. So I was a black swan event. Trump was a black swan event. We can't be bought. And that's why they're trying to destroy us. As simple as that. Because the demons operate in the dark. Demons need lies. Demons can't do their job in the light. And the light is truth. God is light. God is truth. If you tell the truth, if we have a battlefield, a playing field of truth, they can't do their snakery and their lies. They need deception. They require deception. That's not a man, that's a woman. The sky is green. They need all this garbage so that they can keep you in your slave box. If you knew the truth, bro, if people at home knew how money worked, the banks would be on fire tomorrow. They don't know. And the worst thing is, they don't even want to go and learn.
Andrew, what would you say to this, yeah?
Don't rush the process. Trust it. Great things take time.